I have a lot of breaking news for us to run through here. Brian, are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
1, White Brian has chicken parm and didn't bring it in for everybody. Kind of messed up.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything different.
I gave White Brian some of my meatballs last week. Meatball sub. Said, I don't need a whole foot long of meatballs.
Yeah.
2, and this is the bigger deal. Apparently, White Brian is hosting a Super Bowl party at his home.
And didn't invite us?
He invited Jeff.
It ain't my fault I'm the cool one of the show. My bad.
I didn't think either of you would want to come.
I don't.
Well, there you go.
Did you invite Landfill?
I'm going to another event.
I did.
Sorry, Brian. I would have come if you had invited me.
So you invited Landfill and Jeff and just not me and B.
Yeah.
Damn.
He kind of figured I was going to be busy and he knew you wouldn't come.
He lives close to me.
But you wouldn't come.
Probably not.
I was about to say Super Bowl night. JP's not leaving the house.
I think I'm going to the same place B is.
I'll meet y'all there.
Yeah, see,
You're going to be at Brian's house.
I also think Jeff will drop White Brian's party for a better offer.
Nope. I will not.
Yep.
Landfill, what are the chances Jeff actually goes to White Brian's Super Bowl party?
He'll go. 100%.
I'll take under 100.
Hey, well, first, WB was going to come to the club one night, and then my phone died, so he just went home. So I was like, you know what? He was going to come out with me, and he invited me to his house. I'm going to go.
So you stood him up?
No, my phone really died in the club.
White Brian, you were going to the club with Jeff?
Yeah, it was pretty close to XM.
Yeah, this was
Were
like
you
the
going
first
with
week he
Rose
worked
or
here,
solo?
too.
I mean, yeah, I was going to stop by after work.
That would have been a scene. If White Brian ends up at the club with Jeff,
Please,
I need
send me a
photographic
pic.
evidence.
Say no more.
I don't think Jeff's going to end up there, but we'll see.
You want to bet?
No, because that'll actually incentivize you to do it. All right,
And he still won't show up.
A lot of news coming out about international games for the entire NFL. Going to be 7 games internationally this season. They're going to Rio de Janeiro for the first time.
All right.
Munich again, London again, Madrid again,
London.
Melbourne, Australia. That's a long flight. And Paris. So the league just officially announced the Paris game, and we've heard about this for some time, but now it's official. The league has announced it. And in the Paris game, the New Orleans Saints are going to be the home team. So what does that mean for us? It means officially the Commanders aren't playing in Paris because they don't play at New Orleans this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we know Washington's not going to Paris. Now, B, I'm curious if you've heard this because I've had multiple people send me this, and I don't know the veracity of this whatsoever. But you and I had kind of heard we think it'll either be Brazil or London for Washington.
Yeah. Leaning towards a London.
I've heard the same thing, that it's leaning towards London. Well, I heard something pretty interesting over the weekend. And again, I don't know if this is real or not. But the thought is, because Washington was the road team last year, they're going to be the home team this year for the London game.
Mm-hmm.
I had multiple people text me, DM me over the weekend that not only will Washington host a game in London, but they're going to stay the week and then play the Jags in London the following week.
So they're going to stay for 2 weeks?
How early they go? Yeah, they're going to play 2 games, back-to-back games. Minnesota, I think, just did that this past season. They played in Dublin.
Well, that would be better to do that than to fly back and then fly right back over there.
Right.
Yeah.
And they do play at Jacksonville this year. So the thought of a Washington-Jacksonville game that's technically a Jacksonville home game in London is entirely feasible. What do you think of the Commanders doing 2 games in London? 1, do you think it's realistic? 2, does it help, hurt? Like, that's a long time away from home.
I think it's very realistic. They were basically in Madrid for a week. If you got 2 games, I can see a week and a half. And I think Josh's aspiration of doing things internationally is as aggressive as Amir Khan. That's his name. Khan, what's his name?
The owner?
Yeah, of the Jaguars.
Khan is the owner, yeah.
Yeah, so I think both of those guys have that interest in that international stuff. So I don't see it as a problem.
What, if any, impact do you think it makes on the team? Because if I had to guess, if you're playing back-to-back weeks in London, we know DQ loves that week away, right? So you're obviously going to stay there Sunday to Sunday.
Uh-huh.
How early do you go on the front end? Do you still go Tuesday like they did for Madrid?
At the latest Wednesday. But like this is about the same trip right here, maybe just a little shorter.
It's a little shorter.
So I listen, man. You go out there on a Wednesday, you play that game Sunday. They'll be relaxing on Monday. Go back to work Tuesday. I can see that.
I think it'd be interesting. So you host one,
and if you're there for 2 weeks, if you're the team that's there for 2 weeks, you're probably more adjusted than the team that comes over there that 1 week.
Certainly by the second game.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been there all week. I know. I've heard players don't necessarily love the international games, and I think there's just going to have to be some acceptance of this is how it's going to be.
Players don't like anything that, like Joe just stated, we are creatures of habit. And
Right.
if you throw us off of our traditional things, we don't like it. But you know what? When the game comes, people forget about all that stuff. I was just listening to something with Michael Jordan, and what was it? Tarico was asking him a question about when he played in certain areas, and the fans. He said, "Bro, when the game starts, I don't hear the fans." He said, "I focus on what I had to do." And I think the players are the same way. Maybe that week, but they'll find something that they can do together that'll get them over that. And once the game starts, if you're worried about, I'm in London, I wasn't at home on that football field, you're going to probably be on the sideline rather quickly.
So that's 8 international games. 3 in London, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Munich, Madrid, Rio, Melbourne. Melbourne is how they pronounce it. I feel like a fool when I say it without the Australian accent, but here we are.
Mm-hmm.
So there must be one other game. I think the travel to Europe.
Didn't they say
Maybe there's in Paris.
Yeah.
Sorry. I believe the Australia game. Does this sound right to you that the Rams have like the international rights to Australia? I believe the
Rams, I don't know about it's like other teams with rights to certain places. Like United Emirates, is that Doha area and all that?
Yeah, UAE and
and
Qatar and all that.
Supposedly the Commanders have that.
Right. Now, I don't know that once you have the rights, you get any sort of exclusivity with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, like if you do have the rights, you got to play somebody else. So at least that team's coming, and they're going to have their own. You know, like when we were in Madrid, they had billboards for the Commanders and for Miami. You know, like both teams are going to be represented.
Yeah.
The 2 weeks in London. One thing that's going to be really interesting to see, Brian, is what the media, the beat core that covers Washington is going to look like if this Washington Post thing really happens. Because the Post is generally sending 2 reporters and a columnist over the years, everywhere the Redskins, Commanders football team have gone. If that dries up, like you're getting to a place where the media, I just wonder for the NFL in general. I'm curious what you think about this. And maybe we have to take this to the break. But for the NFL in general, as media is changing so significantly and budgets are shrinking, what the NFL has thrived on forever is the free media marketing machine they get all week. Because you got people there every day hyping up the game on the weekend. I have a theory where the NFL might have to go similar to other leagues, and I'll explain that next. You're listening to BMitch.